All right, so I will go ahead and tell you that today it's probably going to be the ugliest pictures we have to draw because these triangles are so difficult to draw three-dimensionally. So just go ahead and forgive me for my lack of artistic ability. Okay. Once again, we're just going to jump into some examples because we're still doing the same thing. Find the area of every single side and then add them together. Okay. But we're no longer working with nets. Now we're working with those 3D shapes. So we're going to spend a lot of time on this week because I want to make sure that you are really grasping how you see those sides that you can't really see. Okay. So here we go. Good luck with your pictures. I already didn't do what I wanted it to do. Okay. Well, hopefully you get the idea. This is a square-based pyramid. Um, and once again, we can't see all the sides really. Those dotted lines are there to help you visualize what's on that back side. Okay, so let me give you some measurements. All right, and here's where it gets really tricky, is we have to draw in this height, which is really just going to add to the confusion of dotted lines. All right, so how many faces do I have? Well, I've got the bottom, which is a square. And then think about a square. It's got four sides. So that tells me every side has to have a triangle. So therefore, that would be 5 total sides. 4 triangles around the sides and then 1 square on the bottom. It doesn't matter where you start. We got to find the area of all of them anyway. So let's just start with the square, with the bottom. Okay. So what is the area of this square down here? Well, this side's 4 and that side's 4. Don't get in a rush and say that's 8 because it's definitely not 8. And I don't have to double it because it only has one of it. Okay, there's only one bottom to this shape. It doesn't have a match, so it's just that 1/16. Okay, now let's look at our triangles. Now, since the base is a square, all my triangles are going to be the same. So the base of my triangles are 4. And then this line right here told me that the height was 9. 4 times 9 is 36, but it's a triangle, so you have to divide by 2, which is 18. Okay, now you got to think about it. How many 18s do I have? Well, like I said, there's 4 of them, all going around the sides. Okay, so just to make sure, remember I said I had 5 sides. Well, let's make sure I've got 5 numbers, and I do. So if I do add all those up together, I will get 88. Very good. Like I said, please feel free to use your calculator. Um, these questions would be calculator active on your test or your EOG, so by all means, please use it. All right, let's try another one. All right, this one's a little bit skinnier. This one's kind of right there on that line, so it's hard to see. All right, so this one is actually going to be a rectangle bottom. Okay, so this got a rectangular base. And I'm going to say that because the other one, it was a square base, so that kind of told me that all 4 triangles were going to be the same. But since this one is a rectangle, that tells me that 2 triangles are going to match up and then 2 other triangles are going to match up. So let's look at my numbers. Okay, so those are the numbers for each of my sides, and now I just need to start finding the area of them. All right, we'll start with the rectangle. All right, what's the area of that rectangle that it's sitting on? Well, this side right here is 5, and this side is 6. So that would be 30. Now, once again, it does not have a matching side, so it is just going to be 30 by itself. All right, let's go to my sides. So my triangle's on the sides over here. So remember, this side matches this side over here, okay? So I will have to double this one because it does have a match. So the base of my triangle is 6. The height of it is 8. I know that 6 times 8 is 48, but I also know that it's a triangle, so I have to divide by 2, and I get 24. But remember, it is a match, so I'm going to put 2 of them because it's got a matching side. Okay? And now I just have my front and back. Okay? So this triangle right here in the front, the base is 5. Well, how high up do these triangles go? Well, they told me right here that they go up to 8, which would be 40. Divide by 2 because it's a triangle, and I get 20. But remember, the front has a back. Okay, so we're going to list another one. Okay, now think about it. There are 5 faces. Let me make sure I have 5 numbers, which I do. And then I add all of them up, and I get an area of, or surface area of 118 centimeters squared. All right. All right, just one more. And this one is really the one that I'm no good at drawing, so good thing I'm not with you so I can't hear you laughing at me. All right, here we go. Okay, so this one is a triangular based pyramid. All right, so it's got a triangle on the bottom, so that's one side. And then think about that triangle on the bottom has 3 sides. So that one on the bottom, and then each side has 1. So that would be 3 plus 1. So this shape has 4 faces. 1 on the bottom, and then 3 along the sides. Okay, let me get you your numbers. Okay. All right, so this one, there's a lot going on, okay? And I'm not really sure how we're going to label which triangle's what, but hopefully you'll follow with me, okay? So I'm going to start with this triangle over here, okay? I'm not even going to label them because, like I said, they're all triangles. They're all the sides and the backs and the bottom. So I'm just going to label, I'm just going to solve them, and hopefully you understand which one I'm doing. So I'm doing this one over here. So I know that that base is 8, and they tell me that the height is 10, which gives me 80, but it's a triangle, so I have to divide by 2. I'm going to put 40. Okay? Now, if you really pay attention, which you're going to have to, you'll see that your base, every single side is different. So this one's 8, this one's 4, this one's 9. If that's the case, then none of your sides are going to match. Okay, so you just don't need to double anything. We just need to figure out the area of every single side and then add them together when I finish. Okay, let's move to this side. Okay, so this side, my base is 4, my height is still 10, So I get 40 with a triangle, so I have to divide by 2, and I get 20. Once again, there is not a match, so you just leave it as your 20. Okay? Now, the one that people leave off the most is this one along the back. Okay? Remember, I don't need these slanted sides. I just need the base and the height. They told me the base is 9. They told me the height is 10, which is 90. But remember, it is a triangle, so we divide by 2, and we get 45. Okay? I've got 3 areas identified, but I'm still missing one. All right, and the one I'm missing is the one along the bottom. Okay? Here are the 2 numbers. They've given me all 3 numbers for this triangle. They gave me all 3 sides. But they also put the chair right here to let you know that these 2 sides right here are going to be your base and your height. All right, they kind of snuck that in. So if you didn't notice it, it's okay. So we've got 4 and 8. That would be 32. I divide by 2 because it is a triangle, and I get 16. Okay, 4 faces on this figure, and I've got 4 numbers to add up, so I must have gotten them all. And when I add them up, I get 121. And it is centimeters squared. Okay, so like I said, we will keep practicing with this the rest of the week. So if you are confused, please don't get discouraged. Just keep working and we'll figure out all your problems.